Well, good afternoon. Oh, glorious sunny day. I said I was going to continue to do these lives outside for as long as possible, and so I'm doing that. It's still a little on the chilly side today, but that's okay. The sun is warm. So, the month of November, I've been thinking in terms of there are 5 weeks, 5 Wednesdays in November, and I got thinking about the best way to talk about a topic. And as many of you know already, I go to the gym quite frequently and, fairly early in the morning. And I usually talk to the people that are around there as well. They talk to me. And I often will ask, oh, what's new today? Are you doing anything special today? Or, are you looking forward to the weekend? How was your weekend? That kind of questioning. Nothing, nothing invasive by any means. And to be perfectly honest, not many sound very enthusiastic. There's usually a bit of a sigh. Well, no, I didn't do very much on the weekend. Or, no, same old. Or, just the regular grind. But it's never said with much enthusiasm. And I even find myself at times I'm not a really enthusiastic kind of person where I'm going to go, oh, yes, I did this and this. That's just not me. But I tend to kind of look to the good things that have happened in my life, kind of a gratitude kind of attitude with things. And so I don't normally sigh. I don't normally go, oh, well, I usually have something to say. And I know that is a particular function of something, and this is what we're going to talk about for the month of November, and I'll discuss this later in a short time. When I ask about the sigh, or I ask about the same old, I often get the response that people feel unmotivated, that they feel kind of uninspired, and that they really haven't got a lot of purpose in their life. And so, I'm a life coach. This is kind of my specialty. And I truly believe that a vision statement, and we talked about this a few weeks ago, just sort of briefly, but I really truly believe that a vision statement can change that, can switch the attitude, can inspire and can motivate and give purpose. I truly believe that. I have made vision statements for people, and I've recognized that not only do they really love their vision statements, is that if they read them often, and I read them to them usually 3 or 4 times the first time we put it out there. But I find that they love the statements, and amazingly enough, their life actually starts to turn around. It starts to aim towards that vision. It starts to motivate and to inspire people to get up in the morning. So, there are really kind of, I'm going to say 5 keys to a vision statement. And, you're going to hear them and you're going to go, well, that seems kind of obvious and, whatever. But sometimes when we state the obvious, we realize that we've never really paid attention to the obvious before. My voice is going. That's funny. Anyway. So a vision statement, and we're talking for 5 weeks here. Who, what, where, when, and why. Seems so simple. But until you actually work with it, you realize that yeah, it's kind of simple, but it's not quick and easy. So I'm putting that out there. So we'll talk a little bit about the who today. The rest of the 5 we'll talk over the next 5 weeks. And then I write a blog every month, and this blog will be about, it'll give you a little more meat and potatoes, about creating a vision statement, how often you should read it, all that kind of stuff, and how often you should revisit it, that kind of thing. But also I do an email every week. And so I take the topic that we have on Wednesday, which today is going to be the part of the vision statement about who, and then I just give a little more meat and potatoes in that, and more so in the blog, etc. And eventually I do a workshop. Usually this is how I do it. And then we actually create a vision statement, working through all those who, what, where, when, why. And then we also, you will find that the how, which would be kind of the 6th thing, and normally thought of as, the plan, the thing to do, will actually start to come to fruition as you read the vision statement over and over and over again to yourself. Excuse me, it comes to fruition and you actually start to recognize the plan. Now, I help with that a great deal with my clients, but you can see things starting to come to. So this week, as I said, we're talking about who. Well, the first obvious thing is it's you, right? One of the who's is you. And the questions to be asking yourself is, who do I want to spend time with? What are the characteristics of people that I like to spend time with? Never fails, there's a train. But it's never at the same time. And usually these trains that run by here are rarely, like they don't have a specific time that they come by. So this is really kind of funny that it seems to happen so often on the Wednesday, right when we're talking. However, now that it's not whistling anymore, so understand who you are with presently. Who do you spend time with right now? Why do you like to spend time with them? What kind of characteristics do they have that you enjoy being around? What kind of characteristics might you want to aspire to? So these are the kinds of questions you want to ask yourself. Who do I want to spend time with? Do I want to spend time with the people I am spending time with right now, or do I need to make a change? Or do I really, really love the people I'm around and I want to stay with them and maybe add a few more people? But what kind of people do I want to have in my life? And what kind of a person do I want and need to be in my life? So, as I said, the terms are kind of simple, but when you get down to the nitty-gritty and start thinking about the important things that people bring in your life and that you bring to your life, then things start to roll. So that is the first key. Next week, we'll talk about the second key out of the 5. So as I said, if you want to go on the email list, let me know. If you are live, please, right now, if you're live, I keep forgetting to do this. I get told off by my team. If you're live, just say hi. Comment on what you thought of what was said. Comment on, tell me what kind of people you want to hang around with. Let me know. And the answers to the questions that I asked. And if you're on here for the replay, #replay, please do that. Helps with the algorithm. And yeah, and if you want to an email every week, just a weekly one. It's not long, it's pretty short, just kind of dovetails from what I've spoken about on Wednesdays. And yeah, just drop me a line. You can text me, you can private message me, you can email me. There's tons of ways you can get a hold of me, and give me your email address for that so I can get those out to you every week. It's kind of a newsletter, basically, is what it is. And just a reminder, tomorrow is Who's Wagging the Dog's Tail. It's all about boundaries. Yeah, boundaries are so incredibly important, especially right now when we've come out of COVID. Things are kind of messed up, and we're not quite sure where our boundaries lie anymore, and there's a lot of things going on. But boundaries are huge, absolutely huge in your life. Anyway, it's tomorrow from 7 till 8:30. You can register to check out my website, www.heatherlynncoaching.com. Lynn is Lynne. I'll put that down in the comments so you know. It's only $47. That's all it is. It's not expensive. And anyway, we'll talk about boundaries. And so until next week, and hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday and Thursday night Zoom call for Who's Wagging the Dog's Tail. Anyway, have a lovely day. It is just too beautiful out here. I don't think I'm going inside after this. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.